All right, it is Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling and bullshit show. Brandon Walker, flanked by Ben Mintz. Over there grinning like an idiot is Smitty. Hello, Smitty. Why are you grinning so much?
What? I'm just happy you're enjoying your candy. My son's candy.
I am enjoying your son's candy. I appreciate you bringing it in.
Yeah, I'm eating it too.
I got a bunch of Twix, a bunch of Kit Kat, and a Reese's Pumpkin. I can't wait for my Reese's Pumpkin.
Yeah, so my son's 6 months old. We took him around dressed as a dog. He can't eat anything, so naturally we just take all of his candy.
So what was the point of taking him around?
It was cute, and like you show him the neighborhood and the neighbors and everything. And I was actually rejecting candy, but the neighbors were giving it away.
Yeah.
Took it home. I had to get it out of the house. I took it here. I gave it to Big T because he's a big socialism guy and likes to spread the wealth. And he gave you and Marty Mush and everybody some candy.
Reese's Pumpkin confuses me because you think it's going to be like pumpkin flavored, but it's just shaped like a pumpkin.
No, I pretty much went in thinking it was going to be shaped like a pumpkin.
Do you think their Easter eggs are going to be like Easter egg?
Filled with birds?
Eggs?
No, I don't think so. But can I ask you a question? Do you think chocolate's candy?
Yes.
No.
Chocolate is candy. It's chocolate candy.
No, chocolate is its own category. If you say, I'm going to go get some candy, it's going to be like Sour Patch, something like that.
No,
chocolate is chocolate.
We've had this discussion before. There's certain, there's sweet candies, there's hard candies, and there's chocolate candies.
No.
Yes.
It's just not.
This is a passionate debate that we have.
And I know it pisses me off.
It pisses me off.
If I'm going to get candy, I'm sorry,
do you get these from the chocolate aisle or the candy aisle?
You get it from chocolate.
No, you don't. You get it from the candy aisle.
But it doesn't
you get it from the candy
it's
section.
Chocolate.
This is all right, everyone. Welcome to our new friend, Big T, who is lummoxing on in here. Hello, Big T. I figured we'd take the first 5 minutes of the show for anybody on here, maybe Smitty perhaps, to personally and publicly congratulate Big T on his team's championship.
What did I say today?
No, he did this.
Fine.
He really did.
Okay,
it's beautiful.
Adam congratulated Smitty, I don't know.
I congratulate Big T for the Atlanta Braves having the exact same amount of World Series titles in the 21st century as the Philadelphia Phillies.
Just 13 years more recently.
Wow. I mean,
stat. We got to talk about it.
True.
Because you've probably been getting a little flack, even though you have muted everyone at the company.
Why would he get flack for this?
I mean, first of all, he has everyone at the company muted.
I have everyone that I follow muted. It's not like a company thing.
So what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point of following?
Because it's like a social thing now that like you have to follow people.
Okay, but what's the point of why are you muting them?
Because there's not a lot of people who I care what they have to say every day.
That's
who's unmuted?
So insane.
I mean, a few accounts.
Is Dave muted?
No.
Am I muted?
Yeah.
Is Marty muted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Big Ed muted?
Yeah.
Am I muted?
No.
All right.
Okay. I make
I don't
the
know
cut?
if I wanted to. I don't know if
You
I
are,
wanted
yeah.
to.
I'm muted.
Most of it is just if
I
it's
muted
people.
you, Ben.
If it's people who tweet too much, just shit like that. But
That is quite possibly like
It's
the meanest
sociopathic.
thing you can do to somebody.
It's pretty shocking.
So me. I'd rather you not follow me.
Yeah, or block me.
no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't because then when you go, you don't follow me.
No,
No.
I'd rather you just be like, I don't.
It's
even
not
wanna
it's
see
not a y'all thing. It's a me thing. Like I just don't like to see a ton of tweets.
You just don't like us enough to care
No,
about
you
our
don't like
opinions.
Twitter.
Twitter
I don't
does
think that's
suck, though.
inaccurate.
Yeah, I don't think you like Twitter. But the flack I was talking about is because I'm going to preface it right. I know it was 7-0, right?
Yeah.
It was 7-0. You knew you were going to win the World Series since probably the 5th inning. You
Right.
just didn't say it out loud.
Right.
When that last out comes, you kind of were a little bit in shock. It happened.
Well, yeah. So
You had fucking Travie for the boys forced to cry out. I don't know what that was, but
See, I started to tear up in the 8th inning when they I think it was like a 1-2-3 inning in the 8th, and I could feel I was like, wow, this is like they're really going to do it.
And people are saying, and I said it too. I was like, I've been as someone who has won championships.
Congratulations.
Before, not recently. 2015 is my last one. Something snaps in me, and it's just like I lose control of my body.
I mean,
what did you win in
Duke.
2015?
Duke.
Okay, all right, Duke.
But like, if anybody watched any of the streams from any of the previous games, or that one, like when Jorge's homer went, we went insane. Dansby's homer, we went insane. Like after that, when it was 5, 6, 7-0, like we knew, and like that moment when they got the final out, it was just like
This happened to me in Omaha. Now, I don't care about Mississippi State baseball the way he cares about the Braves. Like, this motherfucker watches I like Mississippi State baseball,
went nuts.
and I enjoyed it. I loved it. I love Mississippi State. But he lives and dies with every single pitch all year long. But when you're up 7-0, it like does take the moment away a little bit.
It does, but still, he wasn't even alive the last time they won.
Yeah.
So this is your first one.
So it's
Like if it had been a 3-2 game, they had guys on second and third, and then we got the final, it would have been a much
1,000%.
different reaction.
I think what me and Big Ev were saying is it's still like you're like telling you fucking cheating losers, Astros, we're the fucking best. Like I think
Well, we did that a lot throughout the series. It
I
was
know.
just
I'm
like
not.
that
I don't
last
want to. And I'm
moment.
not trying to shit on you. You won a World Series. It's awesome. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying that people were on the internet.
One
saying-
World
What's
Series
this
is
got
out.
to do with my maroon pants?
I heard about that. I don't really understand it. Like whatever. That's a great opinion. to
Who's
have, I
talking
guess,
about your
but
maroon pants?
Thank you for bringing it up, Big Ev. I appreciate that.
They're good
What
pants.
do you think?
No, I felt Big T. I think I just needed a one suck my dick.
It's both. It's
I think
both.
There were those though throughout the series. Like,
No, I respect it.
No, I know, but it doesn't.
I
you keep
understand
saying it.
that it was 7-0. It's
It's
tough
the
to
World.
kind of like.
You just need to say something. World Series. We did it.
I think I did say
No, you
something
were so
similar
in
to that.
shock. You started
Okay.
clapping.
All right, all
I
right.
was like,
I think I
this
said
guy's clapping.
I'll take it for Big T. I mean, it is anticlimactic when it is 7-0. You know you're going to win, and he did say something. He said the Braves should trade Freddie Freeman in July, as well as that they're a cancer.
and I've said 10 times.
But listen, he's a passionate fan. He lives and dies with every game.
Listen,
you know?
I do
But
want to
that's
say
what
that
I'm
on this
saying.
show.
That
I
should
said it
make
last
you
night.
Even crazier.
I said it last night. I've said publicly 10 times that was very dumb. I was so wrong about that. Also, people acting like they thought when the Braves were below 500 on
I
August
know
1st
you're
that they were
just
going to win the World
busting
Series.
balls. That
Yeah.
was they were plus 3,000 to win the NL.
Right,
in
correct,
August
yeah.
1st.
I
Nobody
mean,
knew.
nobody ever thought this could happen.
But we were talking today. Here's a fascinating point. Did the Braves have the greatest trade deadline of all time in any sport?
Has to be. I can't imagine there's another one that. I mean, all 4 guys they got.
I mean, it's easy
Were-
to say now since they won.
But what's
like,
great
But
about
I mean,
it
winning
is,
the
Scherzer and-
NLCS MVP,
Scherzer
World
and-
Series
Yeah.
MVP.
But what's great about
like
it is,
that's
I don't think any of the trades then we thought, oh, this is the greatest trade deadline of all time. It's just the trade. They all turned out.
They were-
incredibly.
They were
No,
all
we thought-
average.
They
to-
were all moves
Yeah.
that people were like, these are lottery tickets that could, if you
I
get
didn't even
into
know
the
if they were
postseason,
lottery.
I don't even
play-
think
They were
that.
below the
I think-
radar.
I think they were
Obviously,
like everyday
now
players.
You can say that because they won, but like obviously Scherzer and Trey Turner was the best trade you ever seen, probably.
It was fine, but I mean, Rosario turned into Mickey
no, I know
Mantle
it
for
turned
2
into it.
months.
Yeah, like he's
Soler won the World Series MVP.
I
but-
mean, lottery tickets in that. They like Jorge Soler was hitting 190, came to the Braves, had 1,000 OPS.
yeah, he
like,
was really bad.
yeah, he was not good at all.
and then he was outstanding.
And then
awesome.
he just hit everything out of the ballpark.
And that home run.
But
Was
you're all,
fucking-
it's also smart because he's a good hitter. He's hitting 190. Logic tells you he's going to turn it on.
Yeah,
Let's
for
get him
sure.
over here and let him turn it
No, it
on.
was a great-
Especially in values.
Definitely
But
a great
also they gave up nothing.
Yeah.
They gave up fucking Pablo Sandoval for
because
those
he was
guys.
nothing.
We don't win this World Series without Panda. Shout out to Pablo Sandoval.
Unbelievable.
This idea, though, in sports fandom or Twitter right now, that people are like mad because the Braves weren't the best team all year, therefore they shouldn't win the World Series, is the dumbest fucking thing
Dude,
I've
if
ever
anything,
seen.
it
who's
gives
even
me-
saying that?
If anything, it gives me
mean,
hope.
Yes, it
That's
should.
actually that pisses me off if anyone ever thinks that.
It
Yeah, that's.
should.
I mean, it's a
That's
7-game
what-
series.
that's
The best
what
team won.
sports are
It's
about.
why the season's long. They turned into the best team.
Yes.
And by October, by last night, they were the best team in baseball.
I mean, but if you're
Also-
saying that, then it's like you don't even believe in playoffs.
Right.
Well,
Like
first
just
of
give
all,
the
Braves
championship
are
as the
not
best regular
team in
season record.
baseball. They're not the best team in baseball, but that's what the playoffs are because anything can happen.
no, but I think they became the best team in
No,
baseball.
I don't.
agree.
I
I think the
don't
Braves.
think they
I,
are.
I think you can't
Over the
say they're
last-
not the best
over the-
team.
I think
I think
in,
they're the
in
best team in
September
baseball.
and
Yeah, but-
October, they played after the trade deadline.
They
They
were-
played at like 108 win pace.
They were blitzing people.
1,000%. But I still think that the Braves are not the best team. They are. They were the best team. Like they did what they had to do.
They
I
became
understand.
the best
They
team in
became the
baseball.
best
The
team, but like
team
the
that-
Dodgers are still a
after
better
the-
baseball team.
I don't
don't
They
think
think
beat
that's
them in a
true.
7-game series.
I
didn't they?
understand,
think
but
that's
that's why
true.
the
If it's
playoffs
one
are the
game,
best.
but I think
But
if
you're
it's one
doing
game,
the same argument I'm hating on.
No,
You're
I
saying-
I think
it's,
you are
no,
too.
no, I'm not. I think that I want the
So
Braves
because the
to win.
Dodgers were better in April and May, you still think the Dodgers are better because they have the longer track record. But the Braves became the best team in baseball.
Yeah, they became. I think I'm saying it wrong.
You are saying it right.
But
I
even
think,
not
like-
even not in the playoffs after the trade deadline. Once we got Peterson and Duvall and Soler and all those guys, they played. They were unbelievable in August and September.
I think Marty's arguing best players versus best team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's what I'm doing.
So-
because all the teams we've had the last 3 years were way better than this one.
I love that
Yeah.
TJ,
Last year was infinitely better.
But
TJ is
also
on
I
short
do-
porch and he knows Marty.
knows
He
my
knows how
brand.
to speak his
Yeah.
language of
Yes,
stupidity.
and I
Exactly
do
what I
agree
was
with
saying.
Marty. If both teams started the season today and played a full season, the Dodgers are probably the better team.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But like the Braves are the best team in baseball right now because they won the World
All
Series.
right.
I understand
They
that.
peaked us.
So,
right
Smith,
there.
Adam, do you want to publicly congratulate Big T right here? Just a big flowery congratulations, and say I'm sorry for mistreating you all season.
No, I first of all I did, and we've had.
Well, that was
like,
privately. I'd like for you to do it publicly.
I did it at the beginning when he came in here, and I also gave him my Halloween candy to spread the wealth because that's his ideology.
Sure.
Did I not give you my kid's Halloween candy?
You did.
Okay.
You don't
Your
want
poor son doesn't get any Halloween candy.
Well, he's 6 months old. He can't eat it. He doesn't have teeth.
Then what's the point of
Don't need
taking
to
him
kill him?
trick or treating?
Do you-
Just take pictures,
Pictures
at
to get
home.
pictures.
Get pictures, meet the neighbors. Be one with the neighborhood.
Be one with the neighborhood.
That sounds
Love-
like an ideology.
No, love thy neighbor. What's that from?
This guy.
I'm asking a question, Big T.
All right, Big T, you may go. Congratulations to
Did
you.
you turn it up last night?
Thank you, guys. Yeah, we only had about 90 minutes till the bar closed, but we did what we could.
I love. Before you go, I love Ben Mintz' tweet last night. You're so innocent, little Ben Mintz. You tweeted out, "Congratulations to Brandon Walker. His Braves and his Mississippi State baseball team won in the same year." Like, I don't give a fuck about the Braves.
You don't give a fuck.
I mean,
about
you grew up
Mississippi
pulling
State
for him.
baseball.
Listen, but the entire run, we on the show every day. He never gave a fuck the whole time.
No, but, I mean, he grew up.
In 1995,
I knew he did when he was
91 when they lost the Twins, I cried. Like, I was devastated. I was 12. 95, it was the best championship of my life. I celebrated. Right after 95, I just never cared about him as much. And then I grew out of baseball. I don't really care.
Yeah,
And
You should have.
I should have, but
You should have just taken the shine from Big T.
I should have showed up on the stream last night. I should have stayed.
You're like,
showed up.
holy shit! I've been waiting my whole life.
I was so mad in 2019 when a former employee and I were on the streams for the Cardinals series, and Brandon was like on there, and something happened. It was the second inning, and like we got out of a big jam or something, and we were going crazy. He's like, "It's the second inning," and Dave walked by. He goes, "The fuck are you talking about? Like it's the
That's when you realize I'm not a
it's
Braves.
the playoffs."
Hey, he's lying. It was a pop-up to make it 1 out in the second inning of a 0-0 game, and you guys were chest bumping and doing this. I was like, "What? It's the second inning, guys.
It's the
gonna be a long-
postseason.
but it's going to be a long slog."
You were kind of a fake Braves fan when we first started working here.
2019, I try because I identify as a Braves fan. So
Because I was talking to you a while. I was trying to talk shit and talk
I didn't care,
history, and
no.
you didn't care. All you
And
cared
that's
about
when
was Dale Murphy.
And that's when I learned. I was like, well, I don't care like he does. So that I just bailed out. I said, I'm not gonna be on
So-
stream and do it.
And I respect
Mississippi
that.
State baseball. You care for Mississippi State.
I actually
but
care about Mississippi State baseball a lot more than people think. I've gone to all the games. I
can't-
Cover
I know
him,
you
huh? You
care,
used to cover him,
but I
Brandon?
also know it's not your.
it's my third favorite sport at Mississippi State.
Sure.
I like
So-
basketball and football better.
So yeah, I was gonna say, is that like
But Mississippi,
football?
I love Mississippi State. Anything like
I know.
women's basketball a couple years ago, I was all up in that.
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I was going to say.
I love
throw
Mississippi
Title
State.
IX a little.
I
little
love no. When they beat UConn, I was Mr. Women's Basketball, and then we got jobbed out of the
So
fucking.
you were a Joanna man.
I got jobbed out of the fucking national title
Good
when
movie.
Morgan Williams
Underrated
got.
movie.
That movie
got
can't
assaulted.
fly nowadays.
Before you go, Big T, I have a baseball topic that I thought of. Okay, because last night when they won the World Series, and my wife is a diehard Braves fan. She grew up in Atlanta, like in the nice neighborhood around Braves players. She grew up. This meant a lot to her. I had to wake her up so she could come down, and she watched the ninth inning because she's got 4 kids. She's tired, and she loved it. Last night was a huge night for her. Huge night for her.
Just open that gilded cage, let her out.
Anyway.
Play for a little bit.
Anyway, when they won, I thought about Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy's my favorite Brave of all time, and I that's who I thought about. He is the first guy I think about when it comes to the Braves. Now,
Awesome Philly.
there are some obvious players. When I say a franchise name, who's the first player you think of? I think Padres, it's immediately Tony Gwynn no matter what.
Not
right?
even close.
Not even close. Yankees, even though we have the arguments, I think it's Jeter. It could be anybody, but I think it's
Jeter,
probably
no
Jeter.
It could be Babe Ruth.
It could,
Mantle,
for a
but
certain
yeah.
age, but certainly right now it's probably Jeter. Okay, there are some franchises. I'm just going to go down a list of, is it generational? Is it what? Who are the first, like, Diamondbacks? I say the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Randy Johnson.
First
Randy
player.
Johnson.
He was only there for like 2 years.
He won 4 Cy Youngs
Randy
straight.
Johnson.
What do you mean he was there for
Johnson.
2 years?
He didn't win them all at Arizona, did he?
He won 5 overall and 4 straight at
Really,
Arizona.
at Arizona?
Yes.
I also
and a
don't like
championship.
to think about Arizona a
Me
lot.
neither.
So
Right.
it's
There are
like-
certain
I
teams
think
that.
of Luis Gonzalez.
That's
Who do
all
you
I'd
think
say.
of?
For the Braves,
No.
for the Diamondbacks, I
Diamondbacks.
would have said Randy Johnson too.
I actually
Really?
did cry with Luis Gonzalez.
4 straight four straight Cy Youngs.
Yeah, I mean it was great. I just don't remember it being that long, but I believe you. Who's the first Colorado Rocky you think of?
Todd Helton.
Wow. Okay.
Former Tennessee
Wasn't
quarterback.
that.
Mine wasn't Todd Hilton either.
I
Mine was
wouldn't
Troy
hate
Tulowitzki.
throwing a Larry Walker or Dante Bichette or a Big Cat in there.
Mine was
either.
Bichette.
Bichette.
Yeah, it was that team. There was the Blake Street Bombers. Was that them?
The 93, when the expansion team in
Mine was
'93.
Troy Tulowitzki.
No, I think that was
Todd Helton's. I thought that's what I
Yeah,
was
Todd
thinking.
Helton's. I mean, he was there for 20 years.
All right, now I think this one's generational, but it might. Okay, Mariners.
Griffey.
Keith Griffey.
Ichiro.
Ichiro.
Right. That's
Little too young for
exactly what I was thinking. I think there's a stark divide. Us,
Yeah.
Griffey, them, Ichiro.
Griffey was just so.
Right. Griffey was
Iconic.
it.
Ken
Yeah.
Griffey baseball too.
Yeah.
Nintendo game.
Texas Rangers.
Josh Hamilton.
Beltray.
I think
Honestly,
A-Rod in that contract.
Maybe Nolan Ryan.
Mine's
the
Michael-
honest one that popped in my
Yeah.
head was Josh Hamilton.
Mine's
Mine-
Nolan
yeah.
Ryan.
Nolan
my
Ryan.
knee jerk.
Yeah.
Mine's Michael Young.
He popped into my mind
Too.
also.
That was
a good one.
that was the second one. that
Career
popped in my head.
300 hitter, I think.
He was awesome.
He was really
All right.
good.
All right. Tampa Bay Rays.
Longoria.
Longoria, Baldelli.
Longoria or David Price,
Mine's just
or even
Yeah.
Carlos Pena too.
I don't think I have one.
Yeah, Longoria would
because
be
he
one.
beat the shit out of the Yankees all the
Yeah.
time.
Mine is weird. Mine is weird with them. I think of Canseco at the very end of his career, hitting like 40 home runs for the Rays in that stupid dome.
A lot of people. Wade Boggs ended his career with the Rays, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a home run for number 3,000. 3 players have done that. Anyway, who is Marlins?
Josh
Josh
Beckett.
Beckett, yeah.
El Duque.
Well, he
No,
was.
it's okay.
other
Dontrell
one,
Willis.
Dontrell Willis.
They're the same.
Oh,
They
what
said the
about
same, like,
Dontrell.
What about Jose Fernandez?
Well, he
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Well, but
Not sure
Have
he had
his
long enough.
jersey,
You only have.
sick jersey.
He's only 24.
he was dominant.
You only kind of.
I think of it, Gary Sheffield. I think.
Sheffield, yeah.
Nationals.
Zimmerman.
Bryce Harper.
Zimmerman.
Yeah, Zimmerman would probably be the play. Maybe in Strasburg, just because he was there the entire
It's not
time.
how you say his name at all.
Strasburg.
Strasburg. There's no U in it.
Steve-
Bryce Harper. I mean,
Harper's
Steven
definitely-
Strasburg.
Strasburg.
Steven Strasburg.
It's not a Strow. There's no U in it. It's Strasburg.
San Diego State.
Fine. And out there, he was still Strasburg.
Number 1 overall pick. Strasburg.
Who's your Minnesota Twins?
Kirby
Puckett.
Puckett.
Is this an interesting activity for you guys? Because I love
I'm
it.
enjoying.
now,
it.
now or more no.
Tory
Yeah,
Hunter.
mine's
Yeah,
Matt.
now
Matt.
Puckett.
Yeah, I
Well,
just
see,
said
the
Joe Mauer.
generation gap
Well,
thing's fun, bro.
Did Puckett get canceled? Because then I'll change it.
He had some problems, but I don't think he got canceled.
What,
I think
what
he,
did he?
This
He's
is-
not
this
around
is-
anymore,
this
right?
is
he's
no,
R.I.P.
Yeah.
No personality. This is just baseball.
I think he beat up his wife.
This is just baseball. So,
Just baseball.
so Big T can choose John Rocker.
What are we doing?
The Cleveland Indians / Guardians.
Rick the Wild Thing Vaughn. But, no, I
That's
think-
the right answer, actually.
That's not.
That's the
I
right
think that's
answer.
what a lot of people, when they think of the Indians, they think of that
Jim
movie.
Tomei or Bob Feller.
Bob Feller, really?
Bob Feller is dominant,
I know he was. You never saw him pitch.
allegedly.
The 40s and the 50s. You big Bob Feller guy.
Dude, led league in strikeouts after coming back from war, like 10 straight years.
Rapid Robert. That was his name. They called him that.
Mine's like for that one it is Tommy, but Miller is my just when he was so dominant for them in the playoffs was just I don't know why.
Milwaukee Brewers.
Braun.
Braun, yeah, Ryan Braun.
I would have said Prince Fielder.
Prince Fielder.
Yeah.
I think of Robin Yount.
That's
Yeah,
what
Robin
I was
Rout,
thinking,
yeah.
too.
Paul
Paul Molitor.
Yeah, Molitor played bounced around though.
Yeah, he did. He was a Brewer for a while, and then he
Yeah.
went Blue
Blue
Jays,
Jays, Twins.
Yeah. Oh, Kansas City Royals.
George Brett.
George
Bo
Brett.
Yeah,
Jackson.
George Brett.
I don't know why this
Not-
popped in my head first,
Ooh,
but
Bo
Zach
Jackson.
Greinke.
Nobody.
And
Nobody?
Nope.
Not even the
Alex
catcher? The
Gordon?
catcher?
Salvador Perez?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think Greinke. He was there for a while. That was like his beginning years when he was like dominant. Was on the Royals.
who was their absolute stud in 14 when they won? I mean, they had Hosmer, they had
Alex Gordon was.
They just had a
Stockton.
good team. They just
Yeah.
had like a bunch of good players.
You remember Saberhagen?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mets.
Saberhagen. Could,
Well, no, Royals.
Oh, yeah, he pitched for them, too. I remember his Mets days more.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Bond,
McCutcheon.
Bonds and
McCutcheon.
Bonds.
I think Bond's been the events like in
Yeah.
the
Willie,
outfield.
even like
Doug
Willie,
Drayback.
even Willie
It's Doug
Stargell.
Drayback pitching.
Bonds is
Clemente.
just Giants for me.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Phillies.
Roy
Ryan
Halladay.
Chase
Howard.
Utley.
John Crook.
Utley.
Yeah, for me, it's not. It's
Lenny
not fair. Should I
Dykstra.
go generational with them? I mean, Schmidt,
Yeah, Schmidt.
Utley,
I think
Rollins.
I think Ben was right. I think Kruk first.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Or
Because that
Dykstra.
93 team was so fun and weird
yeah.
and different and just interesting that
Dutch Dalton was essentially
And I was still
Jake Taylor.
I was still a huge baseball fan in 1993, and them beating the Braves just destroyed me.
Crazy that 3 of us weren't born yet. Just wild to
It's
think
not
about.
crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
That's how time works, Marty.
Nah, it's just crazy.
That's
Like,
how
never
time works.
born.
All right, Big T, you can go.
All right. Thank y'all.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank
Congrats,
you.
Big T.
Do another team.
Appreciate
Enjoy.
Oh, you want to keep
Do
going?
one more team.
Yeah, I do. I'm liking this.
I gotta almost gotta pull up the fucking
Angels.
I was gonna say Angels.
Guerrero.
Vlad.
Yeah, gotta be Vlad. Easy.
Trout.
Honestly, it's
K-Rod.
it's the rally monkey.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. That thing scared the shit out of me when the Yankees played them all the time.
Oakland A's.
Jason Giambi?
McGuire.
No, McGuire.
I think Canseco, but
Yeah,
same
Canseco.
thing.
Bash
That's a
Brothers.
tough one for me.
Yeah, it's
Bash
tough for
Brothers
me.
back to back.
That's a weird one.
Ecklersley,
A's-
even Eckersley.
I don't think people, the teams
Like
have
Miguel
such short
Tejada?
periods of dominance, but right in the late 80s was my wheelhouse of baseball fandom, and they were the dominant team. They only won 1 World Series. They went
Never
to 3
good
straight.
when you think of the A's and the first thing that comes up is Moneyball. Not a player.
Yeah.
Miguel Tejada probably, which I don't know how good of an answer that is. But
That's
that was the
that's
first one that came to
Orioles
my
for
head.
me.
Montreal Expos, Smitty.
Oh, that's
That's like Vlad
Pedro.
again.
that's
Yeah.
Vlad again.
Vlad times 2.
Pedro wasn't there for that long there. I honestly like Raul Mondesi for me.
Raul Mondesi was one of my favorite baseball players. I love Raul.
Did Raul Mondesi ever play for the Expos?
He didn't. Was
No,
he? Was
played
he
for the
Dodgers?
Dodgers.
That would be hilarious.
Right, he
He said
didn't play
he'd
for the
never
Expos
played
at
for
all.
them.
Raul
Oh.
Mondesi never played for the Expos.
played for the
Okay,
Yankees.
everybody like
he
started for the Expo. Randy Johnson was an Expo.
Moises Alou,
Moises Alou. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Moises
Yes.
Alou.
Oh, you remember old Ken Boyd?
Dennis Oilcan Boy
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Meridian.
He's the
Mississippi.
mayor
wow.
of San Cristobal.
But Larry Walker, Pedro,
Raul
Randy Johnson,
Oh yeah, there's a ton of people.
Vladimir
You're right.
Guerrero.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean
yeah.
Vladimir Guerrero too.
Yeah, yeah.
He can confirm he never played for the Expos.
That was close.
He played for the Dodgers, Blue Jays, Yankees, Diamondbacks, Pirates, Angels,
He played in
Braves.
Canada,
Blue Jays.
right down the street.
It's Jose Batista.
Joe
Joe
Carter.
Joe
Carter.
Carter. Yeah.
Jose Batista.
Yeah,
by
probably
a
Joey
million.
Bats.
Roberto Alomar was
Alomar,
good for them
yeah.
too. He played for the Indians.
We
too.
we don't remember Roberto Alomar well enough.
He was unreal.
He
He was
was
so
unreal.
Arguably
good.
the greatest second baseman of
He
all
was
time.
unfucking believable. You guys don't remember Roberto Alomar being great, right?
No.
Unbelievable.
No, he's great, but I don't know.
Mets. Oh, you guys are gonna say Piazza, right?
I think David Wright.
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Yeah, you're on it. Strawberry was the one.
Dwight
I was gonna
Gooden too.
Yeah.
say. Strawberry to me, because
Strawberry
the everyday
did
player,
So
and
much cocaine.
hitting the bomb.
So
So
much.
did Dwight Gooden.
Yeah.
I remember Cocaine Boys. All right, I might think of another team. Go ahead and read us an ad.
Let's do it. Bare Bottom is on a mission to make the most comfortable, made-to-last menswear around while giving back to the communities where their clothing is made. Comfy season is here. Stock your closet with comfort without paying the insane markups you see at the other online and big box brands. You could feel good wearing your Bare Bottoms because for each item you purchase, a nutritious school meal is donated to a child in need. Everything is built for value. You're getting the softest and stretchiest clothes in the game for a great deal while doing some good in the process. For a limited time, Bare Bottom is giving you an incredibly soft tech tee or natural dye tee for free when you spend $150. You can also get 10% off your first order by going to barebottomclothing.com/picks. That's BEAR like the animal, bottomclothing.com/picks.
What'd you say about my pants?
Let's shut up.
Is that? Did you wear them because the playoff
Let's-
ranking?
Wait.
talk about it.
Before we get to the playoff ranking, we're gonna get to it. I kind of want to finish the teams.
That's fine.
I kind of want to finish Orioles.
Cal
Cal
Ripken.
Ripken.
That I think that's the most unanimous
Marty,
one.
yeah, but Marty is not saying Cal Ripken.
Tejada really is in my
Oh,
head.
come
Tejada.
on. Tejada was
Yeah.
the only he won MVP with the A's and
gave
didn't
him
do
5
anything.
minutes.
Yeah.
Just saying, you can't be wrong in this game when it's your brain.
I think you can with the
It's the generational gap thing. It's
No,
fun.
I mean
It's
Cal
really
Ripken.
funny.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty.
White
much
Sox.
unanimous.
Frank Thomas.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I almost said Paul Canerico?
No, it's not weird at all. That's not weird at all.
That was the knee jerk.
Big
I'm giving
hurt.
my knee jerk.
I for some reason think Robin Ventura too.
I like that one too.
Am
Yeah,
I,
but
was
Frank
it-
Thomas
was
is-
Tomei on there?
For a hot second.
For a second, yeah.
I think I like the hot second guys.
You just like guys getting a real quick contract. You like
What about
cashing out.
Blackjack McDowell, Brandon?
Oh yeah.
Shout out
yeah.
McDowell.
Yeah, shout out him.
My last name.
Did I say Tigers?
no.
No.
Cecil Fielder.
Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah, Miguel, easy.
Yeah,
Miggy.
Miggy says.
Maglio Ordonez.
That's a good one.
It's more for White Sox,
Yeah, but
right?
it's more white.
Who do you say?
Maglio.
I would even kind
I
of
own
put. I would even
Maglio
kind of
for
put.
Tigers.
I would even kind of put Verlander in there for Tigers too.
I agree with him, Fielder or
Yeah.
Trammell if you're a little bit even older.
Trammell won a World Series.
mm,
Or Sparky Anderson.
Yeah. That's true. Have I gotten everybody in the East? Yes. Have I gotten everybody in the Central? Have I said the Reds? I think
if you're going back to
Adam
Pete
Dunn.
Rose,
I think of those '70s teams
Yeah.
that
Adam Dunn.
The Big Red Machine.
Nukes.
Yeah.
Johnny Bench.
Marge Schott.
Oh yes.
I think of the bad boy. Who was the bull? They had that awesome
Rob
bullpen.
Dibble, the Nasty
Dibble
Boys.
and Norm Charlton. the
Norm
Nasty
Charlton and Randy Jackson. No, Randy something.
Yeah, Randy Jackson.
Was it Randy Jackson?
Boys. Randy Myers.
Randy Myers.
Randy
Thank you
Myers.
very much.
Well, Randy Jackson was a Red and came to the Phillies.
Maybe Randy Myers was on the. Okay, all right. It was Randy
I
Myers.
just remember that World Series. They had Chris Sabo, Eric Davis. My bad. They had Eric Davis.
Yeah, Randy Jackson
Chris
used to
Sabo.
celebrate by ripping his shirt off and just chugging beers. It was awesome.
Cardinals. This might be
Pujols.
unanimous, right?
Pujols.
Pujols, yeah.
Pujols, McGuire.
I think McGuire though, because of that. You know, if you were alive and cognizant in '98, you just can't get that out of your mind.
I also think like Stan Musial.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean the Cardinals are a long, decorated
Bob
franchise.
Gibson.
Oh, you know what? Ozzie Smith for me.
Ozzy,
Yeah.
Mine's Pujols, but I mean, even Molina is like.
That's what I was going to say, too, yeah.
Let's see. Have I got everybody?
You hadn't done Cubs yet.
Giants.
Barry
Barry
Bonds.
Bonds.
Giants is Bonds.
To me, it's Will Clark, but that's a personal thing. Cubs.
Oh, Sammy.
I mean, Buster Posey needs
Sammy.
to be in there for Giants, but
Sammy.
Cubs.
Who's is,
Sandberg for me. Ryan
Yeah,
Sandberg.
Sandberg.
Mark Grace was
Is
loved
Ortiz
too.
just is that Red Sox?
I think it has to be him or Manny.
I guess
I'm
Or
on.
Pedro,
going
maybe.
back, I go to Roger Clemens.
We missed a big one for the Reds. Barry Larkin.
Oh.
Yeah, he was fine.
It's first ballot Hall of Famer.
I
And
his
MVP
glove.
in '95, I believe.
I love Mo Vaughn.
Do you
I just really do.
for the Red Sox or the Angels?
I didn't like. I hate the Red Sox.
I really,
but
I think of Mo Vaughn as a Met.
I think the last.
yeah, that's.
Jesus.
Oh, I
kinda
forgot
where
about him.
That's kind of where I was.
The
going.
last team that I haven't mentioned is the Dodgers. I think of Kirk Gibson.
That's a tough one for
I
me.
don't have-
Kershaw, I think.
Yeah,
I think Kershaw.
recently.
I think Kershaw.
I mean, I think honestly Sandy Koufax.
You read a lot of history books, huh?
I grew up like a baseball
I did
old
too.
school fanatic.
I did too. I grew up.
So like Sandy
I'm a
Koufax,
present fan.
like winning 4 Cy Youngs
I
against
don't
Steve
like
Carlson.
history.
Speaking of present fan, today's one of my. It's my youngest's birthday.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
To that
happy birthday, Jay.
young.
And we had his birthday party last week, but he woke up this morning and he just looked dead at my face and my wife's face. He said, "I want more presents."
Yeah, I mean it's.
I mean,
his
it's fair.
birthday.
And I was like, "That is the kind of our mistake. We shouldn't.
Why'd you do it so
We should have
early?
saved some presents. I don't know. We thought the weather was going to turn a little bit, and it kind of did. So we just went ahead and did it. There was availability issues, so we went ahead and did it last week. Whatever.
How old?
No, as a child.
He's
Oh, a
6.
6-year-old? Yeah,
That's
he
a good
doesn't
demand.
understand.
No, it's a good demand. It's a good demand for a 16-year-old.
If demand from 27-year-olds.
I'm buying him the best present I've ever bought one of my kids too. Buying him a mini Lazy Boy recliner,
Wow.
like a tiny,
That's fun.
a tiny
That's
Lazy Boy.
very well
recliner.
thought out.
He's
It's
a
very nice.
he has his own TV and he sits in like a beach chair and watches it. Just doesn't bother anybody. I'm getting him his own Lazy
Yeah,
Boy.
that's you're not
That's
you're,
He
fine.
might
you're,
never leave.
you're not going to
Let's
hear from
go.
him for 2
Dude,
years.
lazy. I mean, no free ads. They are
I know.
phenomenally underrated. Still,
Yes.
like
yes.
they are.
It's the one thing
great.
I don't have in my life that I wish I had, a recliner. I have a couch, a good couch, but I
Yeah.
don't have a recliner.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got
a
a
recliner.
I got a
I
dad.
need a recliner.
I got a dad chair, but it's not allowed to be in the living room where our TV is, so it's in the basement, just sitting by itself.
Time out. Why isn't it allowed to be in your living room?
Because it is
Old?
No, it's
ugly?
No, it's not old. It's not old. It was purchased because my father-in-law had a hip surgery and needed like a recliner, so we got like the top-notch Lazy Boy.
Sure.
And it was gifted to me for our new house.
Sure.
And it doesn't fit the ambiance of the room.
Oh God damn it!
Just slap a TV in the basement.
We're working on that.
You lost your balls sucked into your stomach when you
I
were
mean that
saying-
happens.
Because it's such a good chair.
It happens.
It's such a good chair.
No, it happens. You have no
I
say.
mean, you
in
have
that.
to fight the battles you can win.
Yeah.
I understand.
That's a battle. That one's close.
He's
though.
that battle's not over.
It's not over.
It's a long war.
Right.
for sure.
It's a battle of
I think-
attrition.
I think
I'll give up 2 years, and all of a sudden we'll invade the north and
Yeah.
we'll win the war.
Sometimes you give up a couple yards here so you can.
I think every couch you need a recliner. You need both options.
I don't like the couch recliner. I don't like the recliner built into the couch. I don't like that. I like
need
a couch and a recliner.
Oh no, I disagree. I need one into the couch.
No, but there's something special about a solo recliner.
There is. It depends. It's hard to make that work.
What are
though.
what's happening?
A lot of activity.
Upstairs got
They got food.
Yeah, we got more
I see a
Barstool.
lot of sandwiches coming down.
You got
Barstool,
lucky.
big
We
weeks
got
for Barstool Bites.
Barstool Bites in here every day now, so we're allowed to just bring it in here and promote it and eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's actually encouraged.
I think I've eaten chicken wings. I don't know whose wings they are, but I've eaten chicken wings from Barstool Bites the last 2 days.
Might be White Sox Dave's full chicken bucket.
Okay. Well, actually, it was. How did he get the full chicken bucket?
I don't know.
I guess we gotta go upstairs after this. Yeah, I want all the food.
I don't know, because I kind of resent when upstairs people come down and take our food, so I don't want to go take their food.
You got the full chicken
Yeah,
bucket
but
because
they come down no matter what. They're savages.
he
Yeah,
got.
I
don't
mean,
give
look
a
at
fuck.
this. This is like we're invading.
Yeah, of course we are.
I kind of like it, even though I'm not going to go up there. I kind of like that downstairs people are going up there.
I mean,
Because they come down here with no shame.
White Sox Dave got the whole chicken bucket because he lives next to the coop and sleeps there.
all right, Marty.
All right, yeah. Let's talk about how.
So we haven't talked about Aaron Rodgers having COVID. We haven't talked about the college football playoff. But I don't want to give you the right here because you just have been on Alabama all year and you've squatted on it. Like, everybody knows Alabama's a good team.
You know what?
No,
you
no,
know
no.
what it is? Marty's part of the problem.
You are part of the problem.
No, I'm not part of the problem because I agree. I'm going to say I'm right, but I agree with you. I agree that they should be not dumb and say, hey, Alabama can make their own way. They could be 14 right now. It doesn't matter where they are. They will be in the playoff if they win out.
When they
right?
unveiled that college football playoff last night, and the first one that took my breath away was Oklahoma at 8.
That is wild.
That's who
That is wild.
everyone's pissed about Cincinnati. Oklahoma being 8 is disgusting.
Crazy.
I'm not pissed
Crazy.
about Oklahoma being 8, but I thought otherwise. Like, name brand, I thought the committee is going to pay service to name brands, and they put them at 8. I'm like, whoa, this could be really different. And then I see Alabama at 2, and I'm like, no, I guess it's not. They're just the only reason to have Alabama at 2 is because you believe Alabama football is the best program in the country. That's it. That's
Yeah.
There's no other explanation because they don't have the great win. They
So let me ask you this, because everyone was saying like, yeah, they have Notre Dame, Cincy, and they should be ahead. When Alabama, so are you taking their wins when they played them or what they are now? Because Ole Miss was 10 when they played them.
no, I think what they are now.
I think they're what they are now, yeah.
Okay, so
you can't worry about.
so that's why I think they
Iowa
do.
beating Indiana when Indiana was 17. Indiana sucks, you know.
No, but they also lost. But they also went up when they did that.
But Alabama being in these rankings, I mean, it still comes down to Alabama, Georgia. If they lose,
They got to beat
Well,
Auburn, too.
But I think with putting the rankings the way they were yesterday, I feel like they set up a couple things. One, I think it would take a lot of help. I think they set up a scenario to put Bama in regardless of that loss. I think they made that remotely possible. Two, I think they set up a scenario. I don't know how they could do. I don't know how they could keep Oklahoma if they went undefeated and won the Big 12. I don't know how they could not be in the top 4.
Oklahoma still
I
has
think they
Baylor,
definitely.
Iowa State, Oklahoma
I think
State,
they
and Big
definitely
12
set
title
them
game.
up to lose a game, win the Big 12, and not get in. Which I think they're teeing that up because this is even my Ohio State bias. I think this is just like their like Ohio State Big 10 bias. They want Ohio State in, obviously, TV, all that. But they know they can't put Ohio State in without putting Oregon in if they continue to only have one loss.
Now,
I think they want those 2 spots just in case.
everybody freaked out about Cincy being at 6. I think Cincy has a path.
See, I think they're fucked.
I don't think they're fucked.
Their best win is behind them already.
I don't think they're fucked because they're at 6. A couple of teams before, Michigan State's at 3. They're shaky at best. Oregon,
But we have 2 teams in front of them that are going to play each other.
Oregon, yes, and Alabama's
Well,
going to get
well,
knocked
a few
out.
sets.
Alabama will get knocked out. Oregon's at 4. They're shaky at best. Ohio State, you assume they're going to grab one of those spots. Oklahoma, who's behind them, if they don't win out, they're not going to jump them. So I think Cincy's a lot more sturdy spot than we think they are. And the biggest shock yesterday was Michigan being 7 and Oklahoma being 8. What in the world are you ranking
Yeah,
Michigan?
why?
That's
based on?
actually
Why?
stupid.
Michigan's played one decent team and they lost.
That's stupid.
what is the possible reasoning behind that?
I guess it's that
Big Ten.
they have the good loss. They've lost to number 3, but they don't have any wins. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what Michigan has done to be the number 7 team in the country.
Because
Beat
they
Rutgers.
put Michigan State as 3, so it's like, oh, they lost to number 3 team in the
close
country.
game.
And it's like that's what they're thinking. But where I think you're right, what's what they should change it up. You're not thinking like the committee. The committee has never respected a non-Power 5 team ever. ever.
This is
in
the
their
most
life.
they've ever
See,
respected
I
one.
think
But I'm saying with Alabama, they're gonna put them up there no matter what. They don't give a fuck.
See, I'm at a point. I genuinely believe that they would potentially put in a 2-loss Alabama over Cincinnati.
I don't.
I
Think,
think
they
that's
would.
possible.
It's definitely possible.
It's not
Especially,
impossible.
especially when the next loss would be to the unanimous number 1 team in the country.
It'd have to be 2 losses.
And especially if it was a close game.
they'd have to beat Auburn and then lose to Georgia.
Well, no, for sure.
Yeah,
but I'm
you
saying if
can't
they
lose
lose
to
Auburn,
Auburn.
they're fucked.
Yeah.
They are fine.
But I
with
think
taking
I
the
think they're
flack.
setting them up to potentially get in with a close loss to Georgia.
They're fine with taking the flack, but they know that everyone's gonna watch Alabama against anybody in that college football.
I
And
guess,
and
but
then everyone's gonna be like, all right, well, Cincinnati it'll be interesting, and then they get blown out in the first quarter.
I think
like, what are we
Cincy's
doing?
dead.
I think
they're absolutely
that's
dead.
what pissed me off.
I don't think Cincy's dead. I think the only path to 2 SEC teams in the playoff is Alabama beating Georgia. I don't think Alabama losing to Georgia gets them in the playoff. I don't think there's a world where the committee does that. Unless all hell breaks loose behind them, which is certainly possible. Because listen, Oklahoma's at 8. They still play 10 and 11. 3, 5, and 7 all keep playing here in this little mixture coming up. So Ohio State's going to have a chance to go up. They're also going to have a chance to lose.
No, for sure. But Ohio State losing in most scenarios, if they lost, it would be Michigan State solidifying themselves.
Yeah. Or
Because I think if Michigan State beat Ohio State, I think they could afford a loss and still be in the top 4 over Cincinnati.
Ohio State beating Michigan, or Ohio State beating Michigan State, and then Michigan beating Ohio State. All 3 of those teams in with 1 loss. Where the fuck are we then?
Probably Michigan.
Michigan's sitting really good already.
I don't know.
That would
I don't
put
know
a
what
weird
the tiebreaker
that
would
would put
be.
a weird round robin for our side of the big.
What would be the
Big Ten.
tiebreaker of
We all just beat each other.
right?
I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know. I was shocked when Alabama was number 2. I think it's stupid. I think the committee kind of made a joke of themselves last night because Alabama could do the work later and get in. You don't have to reward them now. I don't know why you rewarded them now.
Can I ask a really stupid question?
Better than anybody I know.
No, that's false. But who is the committee? Like, do we know?
Oh yeah,
exactly
we know.
who?
We know.
Okay.
It's a point. It's public. It's
It's a
public.
bunch of like ADs, presidents.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know each individual.
There's usually
person.
they try to get representation from every conference, every
all the
Power
big
5
all the big
conferences.
teams.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather
you
we
think
not
there's
know them.
you think there's shenanigans behind the scenes?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah. I
What
think there's
kind of
always-
shenanigans?
I mean, there's
there's always
shenanigans
shenanigans.
from top to bottom with basically everything that has to do with the NCAA. Why wouldn't there be shenanigans here?
Well, all the
Or sports,
Pretty,
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much all the main the big football powers all have a representation. Like Ohio State's AD is on it. Like Gene Smith is a part of it.
so who's
Just being honest, it's just true.
So who's fighting for Cincinnati?
Nobody.
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 I agree. Like that's no. I think
That's
there is a little
shenanigans.
bit.
No, but the shenanigans too is they're all saying like, "Hey, we're gonna make more money if Alabama's in it."
I mean, the Power
No, that's
5
what I think for
runs
Ohio
college
State. I
football.
agree. I think it's
Ohio
true.
State,
It's
yeah,
true.
it's
They
true.
want
That's
they
just
want
business.
Ohio State in.
Notre Dame.
Sports
too.
when you get older, you'd realize sports is not. It's not sports. It's just a business.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and that's true in baseball. That's true in basketball.
But I think the things go hand in hand where that is true, but also the teams they're pulling for, they usually have the better teams.
I mean, there's a
in
reason.
Most cases.
There's a
Oh,
reason
they
the
do.
worst officiated game in history in the NBA is the Kings losing to the Lakers in Game 6, so the Kings didn't go to the finals. I mean, there's a reason these things
Yeah,
happen.
no, I
Rest
know.
in
Sure.
peace, Vladi.
He's
what was I
still
gonna
alive.
say? Oh, I
Not on
also
the court.
think this year really fucks Clemson for now that because they've been cleaning up the ACC,
Right.
and Wake Forest is cleaning up the. Well, we don't know if they will, but if they
Right.
clean it up, I think everyone's going to realize that like Clemson shouldn't be an automatic in every time they're beating the ACC.
Well, you say that, but I think it's very interesting that Wake Forest is undefeated in the ACC and they're number 9. And we all know if you changed Wake Forest logo to Clemson's with the exact same resume, they're 2 or 3 right now.
They'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
number 2 in my
two.
opinion.
There would be no difference,
They're
and
two.
that kind of tells you the difference in college football right there. Who's
sure.
the teams are not fighting the same
And
battles,
playing the same schedule.
playing the
same
exact
schedule.
same schedules, exact same conference. Now, Clemson usually has a decent out of conference game. Wake doesn't have, but still, if Clemson had a year where they didn't have that out of conference game, they would still be number 2 or number 3. It's just a matter of perception and program.
Well, it's gonna be interesting if they are able to pull off some of these wins, like beat North Carolina State, beat Clemson. It's gonna be interesting to see how far they rise because even those teams like NC State's ranked, that's it.
Right.
Like it's gonna be weird how they rise up beating only one top 25 team, if they do.
Yeah, and the second they beat them, NC State won't be ranked.
For sure. That's
So-
what that's what
Crazy
gets
that-
weird about it.
just college basketball has the only playoff right. and you can't do it for football. I understand
Yeah.
that,
I
but
mean,
it's just like
Well, I think just imagine how exciting this would be if 12 teams. got in.
That's what I was. That was what last
It
night.
should definitely be 12.
it'd be
That's
awesome.
what last night made me realize too. It's just that like if this was 12
just
teams,
couldn't quite get to reiterate there.
I was
He was trying.
I tried to reiterate.
All right, he was trying to
Nailed
get
it there finally. But no, that's what last night made me realize too, is that even if Alabama or Georgia, kicks the crap out of everybody in a 12-team playoff, at least they get a chance, man. And that's the beauty of the NCAA tournament. You win your conference, you get a chance. You may get the crap kicked out of you, but you got a chance.
That's why I think this year Cincinnati, if they don't get in, could be the martyr. They could be the team that say, well, listen, nobody has a chance. You've got to open this up for other teams.
Yeah, and then like in bat, like usually the 16 team doesn't have a chance, but UMBC showed that one time. It's fucking unbelievable that anything could happen.
And 2s beat 15s all the time.
And like that,
not all the time, but more often.
And the thing with college football, it's not even going to be a 16 versus a 1. It's a fucking like a top 10 team
Yeah.
playing.
I mean,
a 1.
what's the logical reason for not doing it?
People think it waters down the regular season, it waters down the playoff. I think that's the stupidest fucking thing. It makes the regular season
I mean,
better.
it brings
People just
in
being
so
stuck in
much
their
more
ways.
money.
Think of the last month of the season, November, if everybody's trying to get in the 12 instead of 4.
Exactly.
Think about how many playoff games, how much more fun that'll be when we have all.
That means every team in the top 25 last night would have a chance to get in the 12. Like my team was, when I saw we were 17, I was shocked. We haven't been ranked in the AP. We haven't been ranked in the coach poll this year, and we were 17. And I thought, what? But we beat 14. We beat 18. We beat 19. So
you had a chance to get the 12. You're like, holy shit!
It's almost
right. Look at that. I mean, our last games are we play Arkansas, which is going to be tough. I think we'll lose, but what if we won that and then we beat Auburn and beat Ole Miss? Like all of a
And
sudden,
I'm not like you guys. Like I watch college football a lot because I gamble on it, and I honestly like 12 teams. I'm watching that way more than a fucking a random bowl. I don't care
Bowl
about
games
winning
don't
It
mean
bowls.
saves
If I
that
didn't
season.
gamble
It
on
saves those
except
games.
for the Barstool Bowl.
Where it becomes like the
But-
opt-out bowls.
But you can
no one will opt out anymore if they're playoff games.
Yeah, which is kind of like what they do in D3. It's like you play like kind of meaningless bowl games that aren't meaningless for playoffs. But you can still call any game in the playoff a bowl game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Like it's the same
Right, it's
shit,
what
but
they
it's
do.
actually meaningful. If you're playing someone who's number 8 playing a bowl game against a 12, I'm like, all right, like well, that means nothing. This game
like
actually means nothing.
when the 12-team thing, when it was like brought up the first time, like I used the example last year was Florida, Oklahoma, and Florida's entire offense opted out and they got smoked. Like that would have been a crazy game. You got to see like Rattler when they were humming at the end of the year with like Trask, with Tony and Pitts and everybody. Like that would have been a crazy, crazy matchup. Instead, Florida's offense opted out. They get blown out.
And you know what? They should opt out.
But now they won't, and like brings back, and even brings back. Obviously, it happens once in a blue moon, and it kind of stopped happening. Like the Ian Johnson Zabransky Statue of Liberty, like that moment, that comes back for a Cincinnati. Like they'll get that shot where it might not happen every year, and most of the time they might get blown out, but that once out of every 6-8 years, they might pull off a crazy upset, and it's fucking unbelievable.
Do you all think the style points thing is too much? Because Cincinnati's really getting buried for how they played at Tulane and against Navy, but they won the damn game. I mean, it's
but
like
I think the difference is Tulane. They shouldn't get dinged. They won by 19 points. They won by 3 touchdowns. But Navy, I mean,
Navy was bad.
You
They
probably
almost lost.
If you know you're in a playoff race, you need to beat Navy by more than that. You need to be able to handle your business because, and the committee's going to look at them and say, well, what would Alabama have done? against
Alabama
Navy?
would handle business.
They would absolutely. They'd beat them by 50. What would Georgia do? These questions have to get answered, and since he failed the Navy test, I don't think they failed the Tulane test. I mean, they've won.
It was a sleepy
by 3
first
touchdowns.
half, and then they dominated the second half.
That's the only people.
Yeah, it was close at halftime,
But
but
I
they
don't think
dominated
we
the
can
second half.
judge teams on halves.
I think last year they were just way more dominant, more consistently.
They were so dominant last year.
Last year they beat everybody by 40, 50
But
points.
you're right, though.
Everybody.
If Alabama barely beat Navy, it'd be like, all right, well, let's pump the brakes on them. But they don't drop those games at all. They beat them by 70.
Yeah, well, they don't. They famously don't cover those games.
They beat them by like
30.
35.
Yeah, they went like 48.
and they were by
14.
35 at half.
And
And
they
they
stopped
coast.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
That was a good conversation.
that was fun. This has been a good, nice talk.
Thank you for answering my stupid question.
It's nice to have the boys just together and without Rico being toxic and poisoning the well here and stuff like that. Isn't that fun?
It's nice.
Where is he? Pick'em still going on, I guess.
Pick 'em, yeah.
He was very nervous going into Pick'em today. He's got that.
Oh, Dave's on one.
Is Dave on one?
I was getting shots in
Oh
advisors.
yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
What'd you get? Oh, because
I think Smitty got shots to the point where Dan came out of advisor and said, "Smitty, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, you got some
Yeah.
shots."
Well, it's because of Foles, right? And
Yeah, I mean, Carson Wentz gets brought up in conversation, and then all of a sudden we go through my entire 20-year arc at Barstool.
well, yeah. Well,
You were catching
that's
some shots
not
on the
fair.
stream.
Yeah.
Just watching the Colts game.
Just watch it, yeah.
but it was that was just about your
Just
Wednesday.
watching Colts Titans.
Well, you were wrong about that.
We're not. What's in the past is in the
It's
past.
done. It's
Like
done.
it was like the
in
second.
the
Like he
passes and
threw that dumb pick six in his own end
I mean,
zone.
I love
He
Nick.
just said
I love Nick Foles, but I mean, what has he exactly done since he left Philadelphia?
All right, hit that second ad, please.
The NASCAR Cup Series Championship race is finally here at none other than the Phoenix Raceway. The final 4 drivers will be putting it all on the line to secure their place in history as champion. Kyle Larson has been on an absolute tear this year with 9 wins to date, and he's easily considered the odds-on favorite to win this race. And the Barstool Sportsbook is offering exclusive bets for you to get in on all the action and win big. A lot to bet on with NASCAR. Stay tuned for our picks, and be sure to tune into the NASCAR Cup Championship race at Phoenix Raceway this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Tune in to the NASCAR Cup Championship race at Phoenix Raceway this Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
Yeah, I just decided to go with them today. You know, I got the maroon socks too. I got the maroon
Yeah, are
shoes.
those Mississippi State stocks?
Oh, they are. They're Mississippi State baseball socks. Thank you. Good eyes.
I feel
Good
like,
eyes.
Brandon, it's almost like the committee gave y'all credit for beating Memphis because the call.
Well,
It's
they
it's
understand.
it feels like that was definitely.
They understand that we beat Memphis. That was a fluke, and that it didn't actually happen the way. Yeah, my Mississippi State socks. Thank you
Don't
very
want
much.
to talk
What are
about
those? What are those socks made of?
Sock material? I don't know. What do you mean? What are they made of?
It's just a question.
They're just socks.
They look comfortable.
They're very comfortable. They're stance
Okay.
socks.
Ruggs was going 156 miles an hour.
What?
Jesus
And
Christ.
his blood alcohol level was more than twice the legal limit.
The investigator says the fastest they've ever seen somebody go on
And
that road.
56
Oh my
miles
God.
an hour. Holy
Dude,
shit!
he's gonna legitimately go to jail.
Oh, for a
Oh
long
no,
time.
he's
yeah.
he's
Definitely.
He's gonna
minimally
serve
he's
a
minimally
legitimate sentence.
he's minimally going for 2
He
years. I
should
thought.
go
he,
to jail.
he
Yeah.
ended one life and ruined his.
156, Jesus.
156 is fucking
Oh
insane.
my
What was it,
God.
4 a.m.?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
350.
I can't even fathom going 150.
I get
What's the
scared.
fastest you've ever done in a car?
Sober?
I get scared of speed too. I've only done.
sober probably like 105.
I've done
No,
like
even you
110.
you get above 90, I start shaking.
90s when I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's
When
too
I was
much.
younger, I got to like 110. I went 90
That's when
to
when you
30.
go on those, especially taking those long road trips from like Ohio or from New York like to Columbus. I'd be zooming on some of those Pennsylvania roads like 100.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, even like 105. What you see, you realize you're going 105, and you're like, oh fuck,
I
let
don't
me
think any
dip
of
down
my
below 100.
cars could have ever got to 156.
I can't fathom what 156 feels like. Or do you get tunnel vision? Does like everything just blur by you and you
What
just
what
see-
kind of car was it?
I think it was a Corvette. I'm pretty sure when I read the report, it was
yeah,
a
I have no
Corvette.
idea.
Unbelievable.
He's lucky that he's alive.
Yeah,
he's
no,
remarkably lucky.
156 and he
He's drunk.
crashed.
That's why
Jesus.
every drunk driver stays alive because they don't tense up.
Yeah, but even not tensing up,
That's-
like his car
Jesus.
his car was obliterated.
I wasn't drunk during my car crash, but I didn't tense up. I'm just dumb. And I flipped 4 times, had 1 scratch.
Wow.
I didn't.
I've
tense
had one.
up.
I had a flip and didn't get a scratch either.
Yeah,
It was. I don't know if I tensed up. No, I'm almost certain I tensed up. Yeah,
but like my passenger would have been donezo.
because they would have.
No, it just collapsed.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
But he wasn't there, so that's good.
Good. But
right.
yeah, Henry Ruggs is. I mean, he's.
I mean, that's just fucking
He's
stupid.
done.
I don't ever get celebrities with money or anyone
Or
doing
anybody
that.
driving drunk is like.
Anyone doing
In
drunk,
Uber,
but
especially in Uber
when
now.
you're-
Especially in Vegas, where everything is like a half-hour ride max.
But especially when you're like, you have just get a driver. You know you're gonna
You make
drink.
million.
Get
It's
a
first round
driver.
pick. You got
Had a
millions
loaded
of
gun
dollars.
in the car too.
Oh Jesus! All right, he's going to jail.
He pretty much made every.
Guns aren't allowed in Vegas,
he
right?
had-
Isn't Vegas kind of like New York with like that?
He had like the bingo card of bad decisions.
In one
He had bingo.
one time.
Unbelievable.
Insane.
Don't
What's
drink
this?
and drive.
What's this tour group going through here?
They are a production group that are planning something pretty cool.
Pretty
Talk about it
cool.
off air if you want to know.
Cool.
I'd like to.
Let's talk about it now.
I don't know if it's private or not, so I don't feel like getting in trouble.
Well, why did you say it at all?
Because you asked.
Did I? Did I really?
What is this story group?
Aaron Rodgers has COVID. And now the whole
immunized.
Wait a second. So Aaron Rodgers has COVID. I know Kirk Benker has COVID. He was a backup. Does their third backup have COVID?
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, I mean, they could be
this
going
the-
in with zero
the
quarterbacks.
Jordan Love coming out party?
Look at Dave's maroon pants.
Wait, our guy has it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kirk.
what?
I'm out on him. He unfollowed me on Twitter. Fuck him.
Who?
Who's your guy?
What'd you say to Kirk?
I didn't say nothing. He just I randomly noticed he unfollowed me.
Who's
I was
Kirk?
all right. He's a back. He's a
let
bum.
Me, let me make sure that
he's a backup
He,
quarterback.
he
for the
streams
Vikings.
Call of Duty with us.
He
I'm still in on
He
it.
used to be
Virginia quarterback.
He used to be the backup for like a third string for the Falcons.
Yeah. And now
He
he's
just
third
randomly
string
unfollowed
for-
me for no reason. So now I dislike him immensely.
Oh, here
Fair.
comes the
I'm
cloud.
still on. Oh, you look beat up.
How was it?
you
You lose a lot of good men out there.
Couple of beatings. A couple of shots.
Hey, everyone's got to take some lashings every once
Took
in
some
a while.
shots.
What'd you do?
Nothing. They just, they just kind of trapped me.
Oh, they run the two.
No,
the
they
2 on
trapped
1.
you?
Just a little bit, yeah. So
No.
it is what it is.
I
get out of it?
The old pick and roll.
I got out of it.
Was I half court or full court?
Then my
press?
nose really started hurting halfway through. I'm fucking like, I'm battling it. I don't know what's going on. Why is Bama 2?
Marty was right.
I was right.
Because the committee loves Bama.
Yeah.
The committee thinks Bama's the best program in the country, and they belong there every year. That's the only explanation. It's stupid. But I still think Cincinnati has a path.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think
I said
Cincinnati has a path.
I think they're toast.
I think they're dead. I think they're
no
deader
path.
than fried chicken.
I think they have zero path.
They're what? They're
deader than fried
They
chicken.
will find a reason to put anyone in over them. One loss conference champion over them. I genuinely think if Bama loses a close game to Georgia, they'd put them over them before
Better than
Cincy.
fried chicken.
The
I
Big
don't know.
12.
Have you ever gotten a KFC bucket one time?
Yeah,
The suckers
sometimes.
sometimes look a little
little
live.
feather in
Yeah,
there.
it's still clucking sometimes.
Can Oklahoma
sub.
get in?
yeah.
I think
they got enough.
They would jump them too.
They got enough juice left in their schedule
I
to
think
do it.
what you thought they were going to do to Alabama, they did to Oklahoma. That they
I agree.
If,
Yeah.
they, if they get to play their schedule, they're going to get.
I
it.
You
just
also
don't-
said Oklahoma State and Baylor had a shot. I don't think they have a fucking shot.
I think they have a shot. I think Oklahoma's. I think Baylor's at 12. Oklahoma State's at 11. Oklahoma's at 8. They're all going to play. They're all going to play, and whoever escapes out of the Big 12, if they do so with no damage, I think they're going to be sitting there at the end.
I mean, right now they're basically treating the Big 12 like a G5.
Not really. I mean,
Having them 8 undefeated.
8, 11, and 12, but Oklahoma hasn't beaten anybody yet, but they will. They will play them later.
No, I think if Oklahoma runs the table, they'll get in.
It's the most baffling thing to me wasn't Alabama. It wasn't Cincinnati. It was Michigan being ahead of Oklahoma. It was Michigan at 7. What have they done to earn the number
Right.
7 spot in the country?
Right.
Besides blow it in their biggest game.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I talked to Ev about it briefly last night, too. I don't think Wake should go, but if Wake goes undefeated, shouldn't they get the same rights that Clemson had all these years of the ACC being shitty?
Maybe you should show up for the show.
Okay.
It's the exact same. No, you're right. You're right.
I'm just saying.
I brought up the exact same point.
I don't know what points
Well,
are
I
covered.
If
It's
Wake
fine.
Forest,
I think I did yesterday.
I brought
if
up
you
today.
replace Wake's logo with Clemson this
Right.
year, same
It's an identical resume.
same schedule, they would be number 2. All right, let's do picks because
I also think the whole world now needs Alabama to lose because the SEC is going to get 2 teams regardless. Like, how do they not get 2 teams?
if Alabama loses, I still think they're going to be out. Okay, let's do picks. I continue to lead. I've carried over since last month. I was 4-1 yesterday. Other than me, you guys were all trash yesterday. Trash.
Oh, excuse us?
I was trash.
4-1. I was 4-1. 1-2. 1-2. 2-3.
2 and 3.
1.
I mean, it's the
2 and
Astros.
3. Actually, 2-3. Yeah, 2 and 3 is okay. 1 and 3. 3 and 6. Well, you were heavy yesterday. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I ended up adding a few plays and they didn't go great.
Did you guys see my tips? The Bucks tip.
Yeah, I ended up taking. I was pissed.
I mean,
What happened?
can you
The
show
Bucks
it real
hit and
fast?
No,
they
you can't
lost
show
on like
it.
a violation.
It was
bullshit.
they won the tip, but he went too fast or something. It was fucking crazy.
That's-
Did the
stinks.
second leg ended up winning the tip? I
Yeah.
just didn't even check because
Yeah,
I
of
was
course,
like, it's over.
of course it did.
Also, that Bucks game, they crushed.
I
All
was-
right.
I wanted you to dial
Yeah.
the Bucks.
Today-
That line made no sense. That was bullshit.
Today I got Northern Illinois plus 3.5 in Maction. They're Kent State. I got Western Michigan and the team they're playing it over 65 and a half.
Central.
Central. Thank you very much. And then I got it because it rhymes. I got the Cav. Why don't you write Mavs? Cavs, Mavs. Cavs plus 4, Mavs minus 1. The Cavs, Mavs. I like it. They rhyme. What? Shut up. Anyway, Big Av, go next.
All right, I got the Kent State NIU over 68 and the Western Michigan CMU over 66. I'm on Kent State -3. You can't fade Kent State in these powder blues. They look
Unbelievable.
beautiful.
Kent State
Beautiful.
is the play.
And I'm on Central Michigan +10. I love their quarterback. He's short and chunky, but throws a great ball, Richardson. And I'm on the Knicks +1. I'm on the Nuggets +1.5. Shout out the guy who sent me this stat. The guy who's the chief, like reffing the Nuggets game today. They're playing the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are 0-13 in games that he like chief refs or whatever.
Oh wow.
So I'm on the
That's a good
Nuggets.
stat.
Shout out the kid who sent me that.
Shout out that guy who DM'd us about the Braves and they want to win.
Marty Mush. Yeah, he did. He
Profound
said-
stuff.
Yeah, no, that was huge for them. Yeah, I got the Cavs, Knicks, Sixers, and then I got Kent State's my biggest play today.
All right.
And then Western Michigan -9.
All right, Ben Mintz.
I've got the Cavs as well. I've got the Pacers against the Knicks, and I've got the 76ers. I got 3 games.
A little scared about the Cavs now.
Yeah, right. Everybody seems to love the Cavs, but they're a live team.
They keep winning as dogs. It's crazy.
Smitty.
I had a rough morning, so my card might not be up, but we got some tennis. Fashka +4.5 games. Seelig money line, and we have Embiid top point scorer, or excuse me, Embiid 30 points with the Sixers win. Bet with Smitty parlay. I'm gonna add a few more once I get my phone back.
Rico Bosco.
All right, I'm going to add Western Michigan -9.5 because that sweatshirt is the best thing we've ever come out with. I'm also on the Trailblazers, the over in the Knicks game, and the Western Michigan Central Michigan over 65.5.
All right. So that's it. Those are our picks. Just waiting for the music to kick in. Just
Is anybody?
stretching. There you go, Ben.
Oh, no, I have a question. Is anybody the NBA balls different? More unders are being played. I got a text about that today.
Ooh, is that like an anti?
I noticed
baseball.
I noticed
They
yesterday.
have been complaining about the ball.
I noticed
Really?
yesterday that
Shoot,
all the
down.
totals were being bet down. That they
Yeah.
were all going down. So I didn't know about the juice ball or the ball. So
Softballs.
I think unders were like 125 and 100.
Saying they're not calling
like
as many fouls. I think Dukes had a stat on it, right? Unders are
Well,
killing it this year
the
overall.
non-foul calls
Yeah,
that
they're
was
like-
known going in.
They're like crazy, the unders.
okay, the Yak is up next, and I don't know what it's going to be.